Hey everybody. Okay, so this is a short video. I am going to do some experiments, none of which may work. I don't know. We're going to find out. So I have this Bic whiteout pen that's clogged, but it's full. It won't write. I don't know how long it's been clogged. It's been soaking for a few minutes in rubbing alcohol. That was one of the suggestions somebody gave me. It hasn't been soaking very long. At first I just took the alcohol and wiped off the nib. Sorry, I need to make sure I'm on camera. And wiped off the nib. That did nothing. Yeah, it's still not writing. So I thought I'm going to get a little dish out and soak it in alcohol. We'll see if that helps. Vinegar was another suggestion. Heating it was another suggestion. We're going to try them all and see which, at least until one of them works, and see which one works. So right now it's soaking in a little plastic dish, just enough to cover the nib. And it's just regular isopropyl alcohol, 91%. So we're going to see if that works. I'm going to let it soak for a little while and I will be back. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. So the nib of the whiteout pen had a lot of dried whiteout on it. It's been soaking in the alcohol for about 15 minutes or so. And most of the whiteout that was dried on the nib is gone. Now it's still not working, I have to tell you, but it's clean. So I'm going to leave it soaking for a few more minutes and we'll see what happens, if it works or not. And then we'll move on to the next thing, which is white vinegar. And then if that doesn't work, then it's been suggested that I heat the nib up slightly with my heat embossing tool. So those are the three things we're going to try, unless somebody comes up on my Facebook page with something else. So right now it's clean, super clean. So let me soak it for a few more minutes and I'll be back. Hi everybody. So it's so funny because the alcohol really actually did a great job cleaning most of the dried up whiteout off the tip of the whiteout pen. But yeah, it's still not working. And it's full. I can hear the whiteout fluid in there. So I am going to dump this alcohol out. And I'm going to go get some vinegar. I'm going to soak it for a few minutes and we'll see if that works and I'll be back. Okay, we're back with the white vinegar. It's been soaking in the white vinegar, which stinks, by the way. It's just plain household white vinegar. It's been soaking in there for about 15 or 20 minutes. And the little bit of dried up whiteout that was on the nib from the alcohol that the alcohol didn't clean off, the vinegar definitely did clean off. So that's progress, at least. But I'm squeezing and pushing and I'm not getting anything. Although, yeah, there's something in there. It's not coming out. So the white vinegar and alcohol cleaned the nib, and if you have dried up stuff on there, although your pen is still working, definitely the white vinegar and alcohol, either one of those will clean your nib and that will get it nice and pretty. But it is not helping me unclog it. I'm assuming there's more dried up stuff way stuck inside there. Now, of course, I could probably leave it soak in the vinegar or alcohol overnight. That may work. I'm impatient. I want to use my whiteout pen. So we are going to try hot water next. And we'll see if that helps. I'll be back. Okay, this is one of my old teacups from my old studio space when it used to be out in the garage. I don't really use these too much anymore, but I do have them still. They're cute little useful teacups, especially right now. So I put some water in it and I heated it up for a minute in the microwave. So we're going to put this in here. And we're going to leave it sit, and we're going to see what happens. And I don't know if my whiteout pen explodes and melts inside the cup. At least it's in the cup, right? So we'll see what happens. On a side note, when my grandmother passed away and I was gifted from her estate with some of her sewing and crafting items, because of course, you know, sewing and crafting is in the blood in my family. There I go with the ums again. Anyway. This penny was in her stuff, It is from 2009, I think. Yeah, I think that says 2009. I don't have my reading glasses on. Hang on. I do have them. I don't need to use them very much, but sometimes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 2009. On the back of it is a guy. Whoops. Can you see that? Well, focus, focus, focus on the penny. The camera doesn't want to focus. Let's see. There we go. It's focusing on my ring, so that means you get a good shot of the penny. Okay, so on the back is a guy. I first thought it was a running guy, but it's not. It's a guy sitting on a log, and it looks like he's holding a broom. I don't know. I guess that could be an axe. I've never seen a penny with a guy like this on the back. Maybe it was some kind of limited edition thing they did. If any of you out there know anything about it, let me know, because I thought it was kind of interesting. So I'm going to hang on to the penny and put it in my little altar or sacred space that I have here in my studio. So, but it's pretty interesting little penny. Anyway, that's just a little side note. It has nothing to do with the whiteout pen. All right, I'm going to leave this soak for 15 or 20 minutes, and we will see if it works. Hopefully. I'm hopeful. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so it's been sitting in the cup of water long enough that the water's turning lukewarm. And it's cleaner. Every time I do something to it, it gets cleaner. It didn't melt. I guess that's a good sign that it didn't melt. But I don't think it's working either. No, it's not working. No. Yeah, it's still not working. All right, so I guess last resort, we're going to try hitting it with the heat tool. So I'm going to actually, usually when I'm working on my art, I use a hair dryer set to low, because acrylic paint, as you may or may not know, is basically plastic. So if you put too much heat on it too quickly, it will bubble and get weird. So, and I'm not always the most patient and careful of artists. I tend to be impatient, in a hurry, and messy. Speaking of which, I have glue on my hand. So I use a hairdryer, but I do have a heat embossing tool, and I'm going to bust that out. Hopefully I don't melt the crud out of my whiteout pen, but we'll see. I have another one in this. It's not like I can use this one, so as a last resort, if I don't melt it, I'm going to see if I can pop the top off. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but we'll find out. I'm going to go get my tool. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to, zoom out. There we go. So because I don't want to melt my glasses, which I just put away, and or set my studio on fire, we're going to move the alcohol. We're going to move the paper because, you know, I'm worried now about setting stuff on fire. We're not going to go too far with the paper because obviously we're going to need it to try it out, but I'm going to have it off to the side here a little bit and move the lid. I don't have any idea if this is going to work, people. I really don't. So let's see. Let me get a little Post-it notepad. There you go. And let's try it. I'm going to zoom through this and take the sound out because this is obnoxiously loud. So I will be back after I do that. Okay. Okay, so this is a last resort kind of deal, and this is what I do also with old paint tubes that are almost empty. You can't squeeze any more out of them, but you know there's more paint in there. I do this same thing and I put it in a container, and then I usually use that for my jelly plate. So this is just a small cosmetic container. They come in a pack of 3. I got it at Target in the section where they have the small travel size health and beauty products. So yeah, Glad makes a small, I don't know what it's called, but they make a very small container. I think it's meant for salad dressing and that kind of thing. It's a little small disposable container with a tight fitting lid. I use those also when I have them, but I have this and it's a little bit smaller, so we're going to use this. I use these are from the hardware store. Let me zoom out just a little bit. There we go. These are from the hardware store. They're giant metal snips. I think they're for cutting sheet metal. They work great for this kind of thing. This is one of my favorite studio tools, these scissors. So they'll cut anything. I'm going to go over the garbage can. I'll be right back. Because I'm off camera, but I have a feeling this might be messy. Oh yeah. So worst case scenario. There we go. So their BB or whatever they had, the mixing ball came out with it, which I'm fine with. The one thing I'm going to do, like, since this is like a huge experiment, I'm going to put a little teeny bit of glycerin in there so this doesn't dry out. I think if you use just water, that would not be good. So I'm going to put 4 drops of glycerin. I got the glycerin at my local grocery store's pharmacy. And there we go. I've got my one little tub of whiteout solution. I don't know. I have to apply it with the paintbrush. If you had a lot of it, you could probably put it in a fine line applicator, one of these. That would be interesting, probably. So anyway, that's my another failed experiment. So anyway, you know, if you guys come up with anything different and a way to salvage these things when they get clogged up, and they do occasionally, let me know. I think that when I have these whiteout pens and they either get clogged or there's not very much left in them and I can't get what is left in them out, I think I'm going to be dumping them in this container and saving it in here and then using it with a brush or something. So that's it, and that's a good example of why I don't use my heat tool very much unless I'm embossing something, because no matter how careful I am, I seem to melt things, and yeah. So anyway, all right, don't forget to go out today and have a good day. Do something nice for yourself. You deserve it, and I'll see you all later. Bye.